took 2 years, but Hwang In Youp is finally back, better than ever. That too in his very first leading role. Congrats for no longer being the second male lead. Like, I'm so proud of him. Why Her is the latest mystery, romance, drama, melodrama that also deals with like legal aspects such as like lawyers and trials and court cases and all of that. It's gonna have a total of 16 episodes, and each episode is at least 1 hour and 10 minutes long. And as for streaming, it's available on Viki and VUTV. The latter I'm not really sure of. The content rating, it's like 15 plus, so you can watch it if you're above the age of 15. It deals with some heavy topics, which I cannot say because I'll get demonetized, but let's say SA. And so if you're sensitive to that, then be aware of this drama. Of course, it doesn't show anything graphic, and it's being led by Hyunjin. Her previous drama roles include The Beauty Inside and Another Miss O, Dr. Romantic. I personally know her from those roles, and the male lead is played by my absolute favorite K-drama actor, Hwang In Youp. I love this man so much, and he really blew up after True Beauty, but I knew him since 18 Again. And he's also in Sound of Magic, but he's technically the second lead, even if there's no romance in that drama. And as for the director of this drama, I know a lot of you don't care about this stuff, but I just like going over it so you know what you should expect, you know, when it comes to the writers and screenwriters. So the director is Park Soo-jin, and her previous works included The Hymn of Death, While You Were Sleeping, and Dr. Romantic. So, you know, they are back at it again with Hyunjin. Given her resume, you can tell that Why Her is gonna be another depressing romance kind of drama given their past works. And as for the screenwriter, they don't have that many like writing credits from what I can see, but they have been in the industry for a while now, and I feel like the only work of theirs that I'm like really familiar with is Lie After Lie, and that is like intense. Like, I never finished that drama. I think I watched like one episode and was like, wow, this is intense. And I feel like a lot of the intensity and the drama and the melodrama that was present in that drama is also present in Why Her. So let's talk about that. So what is this drama about? I will be honest with you, the first time I heard the synopsis, I was like, I don't know, man, this is not something I would normally watch. So this drama is about a career-driven lawyer named Oh Soo-jae, played by Hyunjin, and she is very cold, calculated, and very career-driven, who later, because of some reason which I cannot say because spoilers, becomes a college professor, and Gong-chan, played by Hwang In Youp, is her student, and they used to know each other kind of, and they like reunited years later as student teacher, which is just a whole can of worms that I don't want to open. But yeah, I will say when I heard the student teacher thing, I was like, yeah, this is not something I want to watch. I'm just not a big fan of student teacher relationships. But it's Hwang In Youp. It's Hwang In Youp, and I'm like, oh my god, for Hwang In Youp, I'm gonna willing to excuse this. Do I endorse this kind of relationship? Am I a fan of these kinds of relationships? Absolutely not. But it's Hwang In Youp, and I'm gonna watch this drama for him. And I feel like this drama isn't just, you know, romance centered. So far, what I've noticed is that the focus isn't just on the romance. There is so much happening in this drama. There's mystery, law, and legal procedures, and collecting evidence, like all of that. But I will say that the strongest aspect of this drama is definitely the characters. Oh Soo-jae is the type of female character that would have been an antagonist in any other K-drama. Given how cutthroat, blunt, and how she's like driven to always get what she wants. Like, in any other K-drama, she would have been the second female lead who is trying to steal the male lead away from the sweet, naive female lead. She is definitely the type of lawyer who prioritizes her job over ethics and morals, and I'm very conflicted on if we should be rooting for somebody like that. But as a character, she is truly fascinating, and it's clear that the nature of her job and the environment that she was placed into made her like this, because she initially started off being very meek and shy in some of the flashback sequences. But she isn't like this one-dimensional character where she's like cold and mean all the time. That's not it at all. We do get to see moments of her being vulnerable and having emotion and just not being badass and cool 24/7. I feel like she really becomes vulnerable when she is by herself, and she does have those moments where she kind of, you know, lets the stress get to her. So I feel like those moments really help her become more human and become a more well fleshed out character. As for Gong-chan, played by Hwang In Youp, he wasn't he wasn't really present in the first episode. He really showed up like much later, I think in the last 15 minutes or so, and the way they reunited, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not going to talk about it right now because it's spoiler how they reunited. I was not a fan of it personally, but I will say in episode 2 I started to warm up to the relationship more, because yes, it's a student-teacher kind of relationship, but it's like she does not really teach in the first 2 episodes of sorts. It's like, I don't know, she's a very interesting character. Like, she does not want to be a professor. She wants to continue being a lawyer and whatnot, so it's kind of like that. But I feel like even if, you know, they're both consenting adults, it doesn't necessarily make it right, because she does have this authority and power over him. Like, there is a power imbalance. So again, I don't know how I feel about this drama. You guys let me know whether you think this age gap or this, you know, power imbalance between the two, it's weird or not. I personally don't know how I feel about it, but I do think that the two, Gongchang and Soo-jae, they do have some cute moments. Not necessarily like cute moments, like some like warm, cozy moments between the two of them. Not that many, like 1 or 2, that really made me go, okay, I can see them working out in the future. Like, I can see it happening. I will say this drama reminds me heavily of I Hear Your Voice. It reminds me so much of that drama. Like, Lee Jung-suk's character kind of reminds me of Gongchang, and Soo-jae's character kind of reminds me of Park Bo-young's character. So there is that. So Hyunjin, oh my god, she acts her ass out in this drama. She is insanely good. Like, I will say her performance isn't something, you know, over the top or insanely dramatic. It's like she just gets the job done, and I feel like she's perfectly cast for the role of Oh Soo-jae. So Hyunjin, she is just so good with her facial expressions, the way she trembles and shudders. Like, she expresses emotion so well in subtle ways. Like, that is an actress, in my opinion. That is an actress. And I feel like her line delivery is so good as well. Like, I really buy her as this type of character. And one thing I really like about the characterization in this drama is that we're not told that, oh, Soo-jae is mean and cold and that she's awful. We're not always told that. We get to see it. We get to see her becoming all of that. And I feel like if we get to see her be cold, calculating, and just not that great of a person, it makes her more believable instead of people constantly talking about her being like that. And I mean, yes, there are moments where people call her a bitch like once or twice, but I feel like the writers do such a good job of fleshing her out. I feel like Oh Soo-jae as a character is the highlight and the standout, and she carries this drama on her back. I feel like without Oh Soo-jae and how interesting she is as a character, this drama would fall flat completely. I will say Oh Soo-jae will not be everybody's type of character. I can definitely see a lot of people hating Oh Soo-jae because she does do some very questionable things in this drama so far. Some things that really, like, if I knew her in real life, I'd be like, girl, why would you do something like that? So there is that. Is definitely the music and cinematography. I think it's absolutely stunning, but I'm really looking forward for the entire soundtrack to come out. And this is not really a spoiler, I would say, but it happens literally in the first few seconds. Like, the first few seconds, it has no dialogue, but it does such a good job of hooking the viewer, or me, with the visuals and the facial expressions and the acting, making me want to watch more and see what happened. In Yeop, he's really adorable as Gongchang. Of course, he has a very tragic past, but don't worry, it's not your stereotypical K-drama male lead tragic past. Like, his tragic past, oh, it's tragic. It's really sad. But seeing him be optimistic despite everything, it really warmed my heart, and I feel like Gongchang is a character I'm definitely gonna like. Like, he has shown to be a really interesting character. Maybe not as fascinating or interesting as Oh Soo-jae, but I feel like as a male lead, he's gonna be a good one. As a love interest, I feel like Gongchang is gonna be a good one. And I feel like we get to know more about Gongchang in episode 2. And one thing I was not a fan of exactly is Gongchang's younger version. I feel like I've seen him somewhere before. Hang on, let me check. Oh my god, I knew he looked familiar. Gongchang's younger version is that boy from Sky Castle, and he was also in Produce X101 with Jin Young, who is also in this drama. I mean, it's not like he's bad in this role. He does a good job playing the younger version, but my problem is that Hwang In Youp, he does not need a younger version, of himself. I just don't know. I feel like Hwang In Youp has that, face where he already looks really young despite being in his 30s. So I feel like he could have played a younger version of himself. I just don't see the reason to cast Yoo Jinwoo, because I don't know, they both look so different. I mean, the acting is good, but it's like they look so different, so they feel like two different characters. Sometimes I would say that the law stuff can get a bit boring, so if you're not really into law, legal type dramas involving bad people, this might get boring for you. But I did enjoy the law aspect of it a lot. I don't know what, but when it comes to K-dramas, I just enjoy like law stuff so much. Like I remember I Hear Your Voice, which is similar to this drama, was my gateway into enjoying legal law procedural type of dramas, and now I'm also watching Law School, which is also really, really good. So I really like law stuff in dramas, but you guys might find it boring, especially with all the jargon and everything. But I feel like it's the type of drama that, you know, showcases how the law doesn't really care about the victims, and it's all about, you know, elevating the bad people who are in power. And another con of this drama is that I don't know if the story is interesting enough for me to continue watching. If it wasn't for the female lead and the male lead, this drama wouldn't be something that I would continue watching. But I like Gong Chang and I love Hwang In Youp, and So Hyunjin, she's absolutely fantastic. Like, this is her drama. So these people are the two reasons why I want to continue watching. But I don't know if the story itself will deliver in the future. Like, the screenwriter and the director, they're very promising, but it's like I don't know if the story is gonna unfold in an interesting way, if it's gonna continue being engaging. Will it become boring? Will it turn into a complete melodrama mess with a lot of unnecessary romance? Like, I don't know any of that so far. This is just the first impressions. But let's talk about another thing that I love about K-dramas, and that is the fashion. I know a lot of you don't care about fashion or stuff, but I really wanted to talk about the fashion of this K-drama, especially for the character of Oh Soo-jae. I feel like Soo-jae definitely has a very simple, elegant style to her. She definitely wears a lot of pieces you would normally see K-drama female leads wearing, but I feel like these pieces, it really suits her personality. I feel like there was also a bit of emphasis on her shoes. First outfit we see Oh Soo-jae in is this teal pantsuit, and oh my god, I love this. I personally love this. Like, talk about a stylish lawyer. Like, she just looks so good, and I think the color really suits her. And of course, you have this black outfit, the one that she wears to her first day as a professor. I love the shoes and the neckline of the outfit as well. It's really interesting and unique. And I also like that her style is very simple, but it's chic and classy. It like really suits her. She's definitely somebody who's like very career driven and busy. So I don't see her taking her time getting ready and accessorizing and all of that. I'll say my favorite is definitely the blue top she wears in episode 2. I absolutely adored it. It's definitely something I would love to own for myself. So overall, the first 2 episodes of Why Her are very promising, with its main female character who is very complex and interesting, but the only issue I have is how the drama story will unfold, and will it continue being interesting or not, and if I will fully be on board with the romance. So yeah, so I will definitely recommend you guys to check out Why Her. If I had to rate this drama on the first 2 episodes alone, I would give it like an 8 out of 10, which is still really good. Like, I did like this drama. It's not a favorite yet, but I feel like hopefully the more it progresses, it'll be good. And of course, I will talk about this drama once it finishes airing. Like, I'll talk about like my last impressions. These are my first impressions, so there is that. So yeah, if you've watched Why Her, let me know what you thought about it, and if you have not watched it yet, let me know if you want to watch it, and I'll see y'all later. Bye bye.